I just wanted to come in and, try the best that I could. I know everybody on the, in the dunking competition had a whole lot of time. I didn't know when anybody had playing up the sleeve. So I just kind of came to the dunk contest and played everything by ear.
It's weird, man. It's because growing up, I just want to play basketball. You know what I mean? And then wanted to win championships. I wanted to be regarded as one of the greats, and all this stuff that was very internally driven, individually driven. And as you get older, and as I sit here now, I come to realize that it's really not about those things. Those things carry a greater significance to them, and it's how well can you affect or impact others, not from the sense of fandom or whatever the case may be, but it's through your actions, through your behavior, through your commitment to the game, how can that inspire people to be as committed in whatever field that they're choosing to be a part of? And that's where I think the connection that we have, and we fed off of that energy. I fed off their energy for many, many years, and I think that's the reaction you're seeing.
I think the competitive nature is something that frightens a lot of people. When you peel back truly what's inside of a person to compete and be at that high level, it scares a lot of people that are comfortable just being average. And I think if you look at Michael's retirement speech, people really got a chance to see how he ticks, and it scared a lot of people, right? And but that's just the reality of it. You can't get to a supreme level without kind of channeling the dark side a little bit. Fundamentals. I think, when I grew up watching Michael play, I think, my generation, saw the highlights and they saw a lot of the fancy stuff. What I saw was his footwork. I saw the spacing. I saw the timing. I saw the fundamentals of the game that enabled him to get to the rim and do that. And I think that's what scoring really is. You got to be fundamentally sound.
Is that, Kobe, you said before the game that tomorrow you're planning on working out and then going to work at your company, your business. Is that still the plan based on how your body feels right now?
I have. That's a very slippery slope. Yeah, I've done my research for players post. It's kind of like the tomorrow. Then all of a sudden it's no. So I think the important thing is to get into the routine, to maintain discipline, to find a new routine. I've been in a certain routine for my entire career. And I think the worst thing that I could possibly do is not have one. Because then you wake up without a sense of purpose or a sense of direction. So I have to find a routine and I have to get to it and be comfortable.
When you grow up playing a game your whole life, and this is what you identify yourself with the whole time, it's very hard to find something else. And I've been very fortunate and very blessed to have a passion that I love every bit as much as playing basketball. And so when that happens, I'm extremely fortunate. But for the young guys coming up, as you're going through your career, it's important that you start looking for things that you are equally as passionate about. Because when that music stops and the game is over, and you're just trying to figure it out after, you're already too late.
So you found something that made you even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bigger, better. What was that feeling like?
I want more. I want more. I want to learn more. Where can I learn more? Where can I look? I want more. I want to learn this thing some more. There's got to be another level, and it was just beyond exciting.
So much, Grant. Kobe, 22 points on the night, a win here at Arco. What was working so well for you guys?
Well, we just had to settle in. At the start of the game, they were making a lot of shots. Then they had 5 threes in the first quarter. So it was important for us to stay in the ball game, not let them stretch the lead out, and just trust our defense.
These last 2 games have been better than the first 2. What do you still need to do to get a win?
Well, just stay the course and keep on improving and keep on working on things. And we played much better the last 2 games. They busted the game open towards the end there, but we're also playing against 2 of the top teams of the West. And we still have a lot of room for improvement, but we're moving in the right direction. The same attitude, for sure. Seeing everything that was taking place before, and just, I was enjoying it. I was very appreciative of it. And then I quickly, get right back to my center of, okay, you got to go out there and perform. And so I was able to focus and try not to get too emotional, because I feel like that would take away from the performance. Even despite my best efforts, you could still see at the start of the game, still nervous and still emotional about it, and had to settle down. So.
You were dragging pretty good in the third quarter. like you were transported back against the Celtics in 2010. You know, did you at any point forget where you were and think in your mind that you were somewhere else?
Yes, and that was the beauty of it. It's kind of like an inner struggle, right? Because you want to try to appreciate the moment, and but to appreciate the moment, you must know where you are. And when you appreciate and know where you are, it takes you out of your zone, it takes you out of your rhythm. So it was a constant dance. So what you saw tonight is you saw, okay, hit 3, 4, 5 shots in a row. And then it's, oh man, I can't believe this is happening. Oh, missed the next 5. And then you try to settle yourself back in, right? So it's a constant dance of trying to just accept the moment versus just trying to digest the moment. Doesn't matter if I'm sick. It doesn't matter if I have a sprained ankle. The kid that's sitting in there might be the next me sitting up there, watching and trying to get inspiration from that. I need to go out there and play.
You have goals at that point? Certain things that you wanted to do?
Yeah, it was really simple for me at the time, which is win as many championships as possible. That was it.
You know, I got to ask this. You know, people have been harping all along about it. You might be tired or whatever. Were you ever tired?
No, not really. You know, I think it was something where the adjustment that we had to make is play smarter.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to get the ball a little closer to the basket where they can't trap you, they can't double you and run you off. So I had to get it on the block a little bit more mid-wing and then operate.
You can't compare, you know, what I'm doing to what he's doing. I mean, he's one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player of all time. You know what I mean? And it's not fair for us as a younger generation to constantly be compared to, you know, such greatness. You know, from myself to LeBron James to, you know, the other young players. You're talking about Magic Johnson, you're talking about Michael Jordan and these guys. I mean, you know, we can't measure up to them. You know, it's important for us just to go out there and play the game that we know how to play, and hopefully people kind of, you know, they'll sit back and enjoy what we do. You know what I mean? And appreciate what we do as players and not compare it to, you know, what they've done. Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
So because you know what you want, the world's giving you exactly the information you 100% need to become better at it.
Because you know what you're looking for.
So many guys tell stories about your work ethic.
Yeah.
What was really your work ethic like, and for how long did you stay disciplined?
Well, I mean, every day. I mean, since, you know, for 20 years. I mean, it was an everyday process and trying to figure out strengths and weaknesses. For example, jumping ability. Man, my vertical was a 40, it wasn't a 46 or a 45. My hands are big, but they're not massive, right? So you got to figure out ways to strengthen them so your hands are strong enough to be able to palm a ball and do the things that you need to do. Quickness, I was quick, but not insanely quick. I was fast, but not ridiculously fast, right? So I had to rely on skill a lot more. I had to rely on angles a lot more. I had to study the game a lot more. And but I enjoyed it though. So like from the time I can remember when I started watching the game, I studied the game and it just never changed. Well, I mean, the goal was to win a championship. You know, it wasn't to win MVP or anything like that. It was to win a championship. So, you know, from that aspect, we failed. Just upset more than anything. Frustrated, you know, but I'm proud. I'm proud of the way that we performed all year. I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud of, you know, the effort that we gave. We did a good job. We did a very good job. We should be proud of ourselves for that. But at the same time, understand that, you know, second place just means you're the first loser. So just kind of understanding that mentality and coming back next year ready to work at it. But should hold our heads up high. We did pretty well.
Thank you, Kobe. This concludes the interview session. Do you feel like there was a score to settle?
I didn't give a damn who we played. Didn't matter to me. Well, the challenge is to win a championship. The Celtics are in the way. You know, they feel the same way about us. And, you know, obviously, it's a matchup that, you know, it's very easy to talk about. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, things that people can write about and talk about. And it's a sexy matchup. So, you know, we're looking forward to this challenge, looking forward to the test. And when the ball goes up, we'll be ready to go.
How do you guys bounce back from this type of loss?
Wine about it tonight. A lot of wine, a lot of beer, a couple shots, maybe like 20 of them. Digest it, get back to work tomorrow. Nothing you can do.